Hello. Welcome to Courtney's Talk. I'm Courtney. Somebody gonna have to explain to me this situation with Kanye West. About 3 weeks ago or so, around the Grammys, Super Bowl, or whatnot, Kanye had went on a Twitter/X rant. And I had thought I had heard something about it, but I was kind of looking at some of his tweets or X's, whatever you want to call them, and because people were like, Kanye went on an anti-Semitic rant. The man wore a swastika shirt, a long sleeve white swastika t-shirt thing. I'm like, okay, dude, okay, you don't like the people that are over the music industry. Hey, I can understand that. Only be not understanding Kanye. I can understand the music industry is corrupt. I just feel like it's the entertainment industry, music industry, entertainment industry. To me, is Hollywood. I call it Hollywood. It's all combined. But he went places that was just disgusting. It was like, Kanye. He brought up the situation with his wife, that if this is something that she wants to do, I'm going to support it, but she doesn't do anything without my approval. So as a man, I am not a man. Don't want to be one. But as a man, a real man are not going to sit their wife out, okay? I have made a video about that. They're just not. They're not going to be down with that. You know, you have to leave things to the imagination. There are some women that just have a God-given curvature to themselves. My mother had a big badunkadunk. She really did. And when she got older, you know, menopause set in, she started picking up weight, because when I was younger, she was always small. And that made her rump bigger. Now, she didn't like that. She didn't like it to just sit out. She was a woman, a saved woman, you know. So certain outfits she would wear, it's just gonna sit out. But it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? If this is how you were made by God, this is how you're made by God. You can't do anything about certain things. But it's one thing if you have this body and then you come out half naked. See, it's not just about, to me, that, I'm married. I'm not going to do that. You should have the common sense as a lady. See, it's a woman and there's a lady. A lady has class. A lady is going to conduct and carry herself a certain way. So, and a man, a gentleman, is never going to be down with his wife looking that way and just like, who did I marry? That's what I would think. Now, he goes there. Then he starts talking about how he was a psycho genius. He was alluding to Kendrick Lamar winning all these Grammys, and how he went on some podcast stating that nobody should go against Kendrick other than a psycho genius. And I'm a psycho genius. Bro, what is going on? You had your time. You had your time. It is what it is. Because now, I thought he had supposedly had issues with Drake. Okay, Drake was, when he was married to Kim Kardashian, Drake had supposedly made a song that he was alluding to sleeping with Kim. And I believe other rappers had too. This is who you chose to marry. I mean, this is who you chose to have a family with, all of that stuff. And he got so emotional and offended by that, saying, you know, that's my wife. He went live on Twitter then and was talking about Drake, that's my wife and stuff. That's my family. You are disrespecting my wife. You're disrespecting me. You're disrespecting my marriage. But now you're cool with Drake because of this Kendrick and Drake beef. Okay, I wonder if it's probably still whatever. At this point, move forward. But Kanye, what are you talking about? He is a 47-year-old man. That's not old, but you're older than these young men. And they're not that daggone young, but it's the point. What are you doing? You know, people like, oh, he's having some type of mental breakdown. When he was had a gospel album and was trying to get closer to the Lord, it seemed. It really did for me. I've said this before. It really felt that way. But he did make statements back then that I was concerned for him about, that he doesn't read the Bible. And, you know, some people are like, well, you need to read the Bible and you need to sit under teaching. Yeah, I agree with that. But you need to read that Bible. I remember years ago, early 20s, and my mother and I were at church, and the pastor had said, even though you should listen listen to what the Lord is saying through the men and women of God, he said, but it is your responsibility as a Christian to read the word for yourself as a follower of Christ. Because I'm human. We all are flawed. There is nobody with a title that is better than anybody. God has given us all gifts. But yeah, some do have gifts to preach and teach, minister, evangelize. And I appreciated that. He let everybody know, I'm a flawed human being. You better read that word for yourself. So when I heard him say that, I was thinking, nah, that's not it. You can't just be, I'm saved, and just move on with your life. No, you have to be saved and read the word. And, you know, and I do understand people are like, well, you know, it's intimidating and things of that nature. Because when I was younger, had first given my life to Christ, I felt the same way. And my mom had gotten me a different version of the King James Bible, which was the NIV. When I start growing in my relationship with Christ, I start picking up that King James, and I start asking the Holy Spirit to give me understanding into what I'm reading, because sometimes when I would see and you know, that would just kind of freak me out. I'm just telling you the truth. You know, hey, it was what it was. But I'm a King James reader, and I feel more comfortable now. Even reading that now, you still should ask the Holy Spirit to give you wisdom and understanding into what you're reading. This is a personal relationship with the Lord. Now, and then within his tweets, he started calling himself God on earth. I was like, oh Lord. That house got swept out, I believe, like I said in the other video, and those demons came back plus some different ones. I don't know if this is a mental breakdown. I just believe it's a spiritual situation. I believe that Kanye West obviously had issues when his mom passed away, and now by some things he said when he was like, my mother was sacrificed. And I'm like, so who sacrificed her, Kanye? That's what I was really wondering. Like, she was just sacrificed. For what? For you? They just sacrificed her for you. You had nothing to do with that. Well, I'm believing he is having this serious spiritual and mental breakdown, because I was telling my husband that I believe this man really did. If his mother was sacrificed for his career, I believe he did it. And it is making him trip out. Because the rant he went on for about 40 minutes or more on X was like, what are you trying to prove at this point? They're done with you. I was shocked that he was even on the red carpet, was even allowed to go on there, because when he first said death to these people, again, apologies for that, I don't 100% remember what he said, but they were saying it was very anti-Semitic. I remember him saying, and I was kind of like, this is called I'm seeking for attention. What's the saying? They would say all publicity is good publicity, bad and good publicity. And I still feel like that's what he's on. But again, the mental part of it, possibly. But, you know, some people could just say, hey, I'm going to sound as crazy I possibly can because I'm not getting the attention that I want. Just his wife being on the red carpet looking the way she looked. What was that about? You know, this was called attention seeking. He said also on X that, you know, because next year I'm going to come back and win 20 Grammys and then I'm going to perform at the Super Bowl. Bro, what? You're not getting ready to do none of that. After that insanity, it's over for you. I really believe that within that world. He was talking about how, you know, broke ends ain't got nothing. I don't care. You're not richer than me. It's like a little kid on social media losing it. I could not believe what I was hearing and reading. I was just, man, wow. Really? And I'm not shocked in the sense of, wow, he did that? I'm more just like, I don't believe in censoring people and all of that, but this, you're taking your freedom of speech to a level of just stupidity, bro, of demonic behavior. You're calling yourself God. You are going, this is called you will reap what you sow. He's sowing this insanity in the world for himself, for his family. He has children. It's just wild that you don't even care about how your kids are going to feel. You already talk about your ex-wife's family. Yeah, the Kardashians, look, that's a whole nother situation. You put these children in these situations and it's just like, bro, what are you doing? So yeah, I read that and was just like, Lord have mercy upon his soul. This is sick. It's just foolish at this point. It's ridiculous. And you're a grown 47-year-old man, few years from 50, on social media, wilding out. We all are on social media. This is YouTube, social media. It's just the point. What are you doing and why? Again, this is for attention. You're not going to get these Grammys. You're not going to perform at the Super Bowl. This is for attention. I didn't even know this year he got nominated with other artists for some song. And I was like, oh, is that why he was on the red carpet? But people were saying that they were on the red carpet, but they weren't invited inside. Now, I know we're not supposed to be embarrassed by things. That's embarrassing. I'm sorry. You go to the red carpet and you ain't invited inside. I don't know if that's 100% true. All I know is Kanye West, his children, his wife, his family, they need prayer like we all do. Because this is wild. The level of insanity, spiritual, mental insanity this man is on is just, it's no. It's just a no. It's just sad to see somebody with some talent, like people would call him a genius. I've never thought Kanye was a genius because in my opinion, you know how to take other people's music and turn it into a hit. I'm sorry. To me, that's not a musical genius. For me, somebody like Michael Jackson, Prince, other people that literally make their own music, write it. Prince was making his own music and writing songs. Michael Jackson was writing songs. And I don't think Michael Jackson was making music, but he knew how to make it from his mouth and things of that nature. Dancing. Prince playing the guitar. It's just like Kanye. Who told you you are this psychotic genius? You're not a genius. It's not even to me about, oh, he better not step up to Kendrick Lamar. I'm not into the hip-hop world and all of that. I like what I like for his music. Oh, that's pretty cool. But I'm not like, oh, I know what the sound, this drum sound like. It's none of that for me. It's just, I like what I like. But just, this man is just, it's a sad situation to watch somebody decline spiritually and mentally. It really is. But what say you? Had anybody heard about this X/Twitter wild rant he went on a few weeks back? I'm just noticing it and wanted to talk about it. But thanks for stopping in. Like, share, and subscribe for me. Hey, leave a comment. See you on the next one.